And hello again, YouTube. Well, definitely as old as this phone is that I got from my daughter, it's clearly more capable than my than Obama Phone 4 is. If evidenced by nothing else than the fact that when I hit the button to start recording, it seems to instantly start recording. There is quite a lag as the software just struggles on Obama Phone 4. So coming out the stairs because I really am not so fond of elevators. Wow, that's a rough bumper situation there. Okay, just double checking to make sure I got my camera faced the right way so that I can. Wow, there's parking spots that weren't here when I got here. Make sure I got the camera facing the right way for when I get into my car and put the phone on the holder. I seem to have enough space to record video all the way to my job interview, so hopefully talking to myself will get my head in a better space than it is right now, because I'm kind of concerned that if I go in as manic and disturbed as I am right at this moment, that I probably won't make the impression that I need to make to get this reach truck job. So it's for a fine furniture company. I don't know a whole lot about it. Some kind of brand new warehouse distribution center thing. Guy to my left in his oversized, compensating for a small penis truck is idling. Yeah, it's frustrates me that people that are in vehicles like that don't just shut them off and roll down the windows. Like, I get it, it's hot, but you're contributing to the pollution and heat island effect by sitting there idling your shit. You need an air-conditioned place, go inside the fucking building. And more likely than not, that guy probably works here, and he's on his break, so that's where he's selfishly going to take his break, as he creates additional, obviously fuel is not too expensive, because he can just afford to sit there and burn it, idling and running his air conditioner while he's not even driving anywhere. Alright, well, I'm trying to figure out how I want to get to where I'm going. Mitchell Drive is not a street that I've used on the regular before, so kind of neat being by the Phoenix Financial Center. I actually did a series of vlogs about it. They're terrible. Just for the record, they're terrible, especially considering some of them were shot with my first Obama phone, which was also terrible. And yeah, but I should do better quality videos about that at some point, because at least I find it to be a very fascinating building and one of the more interesting bits of architecture in the Phoenix area.
To the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center, here's John Roller.
Well, right now we have a new crash in the northeast part of the valley. This is going to be the Loop 101 Pima Freeway southbound right at Via de Ventura, and looks to be a pretty serious crash. Fire on scene, and it is blocking left lanes there, so lean to the right. Again, southbound Loop 101 Pima Freeway near Via de Ventura, left lanes blocked there. Also have a crash coming in down in the southeast valley, Gilbert Road and Riggs Road. We've got a crash just coming in there. Chandler Heights, Cooper, and Lindsay are your alternates there. Also another crash working 35th Avenue and Roosevelt. They want to think about 39th Avenue or 31st Avenue as alternates there. Also have a crash in the clearing station.
Wow.
91st Avenue and McDowell. John Roller, KTAR News.
Sunny today with a high of 100. Tonight clear, the low 74. Right now in Phoenix, sunny skies, 91 degrees. Weather's brought to you by Howard Air. I'm Jeff Munn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
So the reason I said wow is I always listen to traffic reports. I mean, not as much as I used to now that, Google aggregated traffic is a thing. But yeah, I've been listening to traffic reports since I was a kid, and was just fascinated with traffic. And I think that is the first time I've ever heard the person giving the traffic report suggest using half-mile thoroughfares as an alternate route as opposed to full-mile thoroughfares. And I don't even have time to explain all that. If you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't, yeah, I don't. I got way too much on my plate right now to try to explain the whole Phoenix grid street system. But anyway, I've always thought it would be really cool, that something I would enjoy doing is giving traffic reports, and I feel like I could give better traffic reports than to be honest, even Detour Dan. I know, greatest traffic guy ever. If for no other reason than I have such extensive knowledge of traffic patterns and alternate routes in any given area. Anyway, fascinated that he suggested 39th and 31st as alternate routes to get around an accident at 35th and Roosevelt. 35th and Roosevelt, that's where Carl Hayden High School is. That's where my mother went to high school. And also her husband went to high school. That's where they met. And one thing that's rather unique about 31st Avenue in that area, as well as 39th Avenue in that area, is unlike most half-mile thoroughfares, those both cross I-10. Most half-mile thoroughfares do not cross freeways in the Phoenix. Wow, look at that El Camino. That was badass. Wow. Yeah, most half-mile thoroughfares do not cross freeways. I really wish they did. At least for pedestrians. But those two do. So suggesting those as alternate routes was actually brilliant, because otherwise he's sending them, suggesting people go 2 miles out of their way. Of course, if that person's trying to get on I-10, that's not going to help them, but whatever. Anyway, sorry, I get sidetracked just thinking about the traffic report now. It's an unusual recommendation. I should probably talk more about the job that I'm headed to. So, as I mentioned, it's been a challenge to record vlogs since Obama Phone 3's screen completely shit itself. And I'm still in the process of uploading the stuff prior to Obama Phone 3 shitting itself, because of course that's created a situation where I can only upload them from my desktop PC, my karaoke hosting computer. Oh, fuck me. Right lane's closed ahead? At least I know the streets enough to see that sign and know to get on a different route. Wow, this is beautiful. Wow, this is a really beautiful street. I think I'm on Palm Lane. This feels like Palm Lane. Of course it's Palm Lane. Any question why this is called Palm Lane? Wow, this is a freaking beautiful neighborhood. Holy shit. I don't know that I've ever gone down this stretch of Palm Lane. This is gorgeous. Like, this needs to be on a top 10 list of most beautiful streets in the Phoenix metro area. Wow. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by that, considering other stuff that it's adjacent to and how nice that stuff is, but, oh yeah, I'm just south of Mecano Park. But, wow. Every single street on this block is just immaculately maintained, gorgeous, and not converted into hideous mansions. See the Veterans Memorial Coliseum off in the distance, looking cool. You can see at 15th Avenue that it kind of turns hood. We just went down like one of those gorgeous streets of just amazingly well restored and maintained historic houses. Now that I'm in 15th Avenue, which does have a bus route, we see homeless people walking with large bags. Yeah, sometimes the juxtaposition of wealth adjacent to poverty is a little jarring, and that, at least for me, was one of those moments. I hope the camera captured it. So I'm trying to figure out how to get my ass on I-10 westbound and still functionally talk to myself enough to keep this entertaining for y'all. Which is asking a lot of my fractured brain right now. 15th Avenue, also a half-mile thoroughfare that crosses I-10. So yeah, going down, of course, that doesn't have an intersection with I-10, it just goes underneath I-10. 19th Avenue is the next one that crosses I-10. It does not have it has a freeway intersection, but you can only go eastbound. No, going westbound. I'm trying to go westbound. In fact, I'm trying to go very westbound, all the way to Loop 303. If the pay and opportunity for this job wasn't so good, I wouldn't even be considering it, just based on location alone. Last week I couldn't have even considered it. Now I've got my car, but if my car breaks down, I'm going to be 3 shades of fucked. I did check Google Maps last night just to see. Oh, I guess I couldn't turn left on 19th Avenue. There's no left turn here, and I should have known that. Not that I was going to, because like I said, you can't go westbound on I-10 or 19th Avenue. And I can't get onto westbound I-10 if I get on I-17 from McDowell, because if I get on you must be at least Thomas to go south on I-17 to have the option to get on I-10. So I guess I'm just going down McDowell for the moment. Now, did this save me time over waiting through that traffic jam on 7th Avenue? I don't know. But I'm sure it's going to impact that estimate that Google Maps gave me on how long it was going to take me to drive out to this place. But, and it probably didn't help that I did that I asked Google Maps that at like 3 o'clock in the morning, because of course it would have calculated it based on 3 o'clock in the morning traffic as opposed to 10:45 in the morning traffic, which is not the same thing. Anyway, it says that the drive in like middle of the night, no traffic from there to my place, it estimated like 40 minutes. I didn't do an estimate from the Lifewell Clinic, but yeah, it was estimating 40 minutes, just shy of 25 miles. So I'm looking at a 50-mile round trip commute every day. All the things I said I'd never do, but it's all about the opportunity, right? It's for a position driving a reach truck, which for those who don't know is a specialized form of forklift that's considerably more complex and dangerous than the forklift that I've been driving for the last year at Amazon. Ever since I started driving forklift, I've been kind of looked at a couple of random forklift videos. I've been getting forklift video recommendations in my YouTube feed, and so I've been seeing reach truck videos. I've only ever seen reach trucks in YouTube videos. I've never actually seen one in the flesh. So there's that. I'm going to interview for a job to operate a piece of equipment that I've never actually seen. Kind of a ballsy move on my part, right? But anyway, yesterday on my way to the Lifewell Clinic, in what ended up being a complete waste of my time. I don't even want to talk about that much anymore, other than it was a waste of my time. And I saw my case manager before I went to see the doctor today, and she's just like, oh yeah, I called you to let you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and I told you days ago that one of the problems I'm having right now is I don't have a functioning phone, and nobody can reach me on the phone. It's just like, why do I tell you this shit when you don't even fucking listen? It's like, the only way that I can reliably be reached is email. And she's like, oh, well, now that I know I have your permission to contact you by email. Bitch, I've given this clinic permission to contact me by email for like 20 years. Anyway, I might have been a little harsh on her about the whole thing. But, I mean, the reality is that they, like, now that I know, really? Because you should have known that before you took over the job. I want my old case manager back so bad. It's just, oh, God, I miss my old case manager. I don't hate the new case manager, but I'm not happy with how she's managing my case. It just feels like I tell her stuff she doesn't remember. Like, okay, I understand. I have trouble remembering stuff too. That's why I take notes. There's the assumption everybody's got a working phone and everybody can be reached by their phone number. Especially since I explicitly told her one of the things that I've just been overwhelmed by struggles, and one of them is that my phone is broken. My phone hasn't magically healed itself yet. I'm trying to deal with that. A whole arsenal of broken phones right now and obsolete phones right now. Shit. Last night I tried to shoot a video on the old ridiculously obsolete my Motorola Droid 4 with the full keyboard, which was an amazing device in its day, like absolute top of the line flagship device in its day. But at this point, like, it barely functions, and I don't know if there's anything I could do to maybe flash it or like completely remove everything and reinstall the original software on it to get it back to that. But like, it basically got updated to the point of near dysfunctionality. But I can usually get the camera to work, and I can usually connect it to my karaoke computer, because I've uploaded videos on this channel from it before, where I've shot it on that, I've uploaded them on the karaoke computer, and then I've I'm connected to it. The karaoke computer just treats it as an external hard drive, which is like how I wish every device with a USB port and internal memory worked with a computer. So I just click and drag them over to wherever on my it's an AZNG truck. It's kind of funny that I can look at a truck and know that's an AZNG truck, and there it is, AZNG 7567618. I have all this knowledge about Amazon. It's probably not going to be particularly useful for the place I'm going. But at least when I told him some of what I did at Amazon, it really impressed the guy. Sorry, I'm like shifting topics so badly. But so I'm not qualified for this job. I'm going to interview to operate a piece of equipment I've never even seen in the flesh. I've just seen on YouTube. But following the advice of a lot of the advice that a lot of people, several different people talking about how to advance your career on YouTube, that so many job descriptions on recruiter websites have qualifications that just the people that need jobs don't have. And really, is that a necessary qualification? Like, have you considered, I don't know, just training somebody who is smart how to do the job? And I guess that's been the thing that I've liked the most about Amazon. The only qualification at Amazon is be legally employable in the United States, not have a hideously bad recent criminal record, and show up and pass a drug test that doesn't test for marijuana. That's pretty much it. Like, that's just, they just bring live bodies in the door. Now, if in a way, it's kind of a problem, because they end up hiring so many people that like a basic interview process would have screened out that don't even last 2 weeks. But it's very unusual for anybody at Amazon to last as long as I have and to do as well as I do. Most jobs are not like that. Most jobs, when you look at the job listings, have all this, must have an MBA and blah, 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 must have 5 years experience at this and 2 years experience at this, blah, 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 blah. You know, oh, and if you have all these qualifications, we will pay you $21 an hour. Really? In today's economy, like a whole $21 an hour, I could go wash dishes and make like $16 an hour at Denny's, right? So anyway, yeah, that's the economy we live in. So anyway, a lot of these job, kind of career job hunting type videos that I've watched, and I can't think of the name of those YouTubers. Like I can hear their voices in my head, and I can kind of picture their faces in my mind, but I don't know any of them by name off the top of my head. But I've seen quite a few of them, and then articles I've read online all pretty much say that if you see a job and you're interested in it, even if you don't meet the minimum qualifications, apply for it anyway. Apply for it anyway. What's the worst they're going to say? No, I'm not going to hire you. If you didn't apply for it, they weren't going to hire you anyway. So apply for it anyway. And there would have been my exit for Amazon. So let's see, it's 10:51. Let's see how much additional driving I have on top of that to the potential new job. Yeah, it's far. People already were like, I can't believe you drive this far to come to Amazon. Why, the commute to Amazon ain't shit on this place I'm going to. On that note, I think this place is starting at $22 an hour, so it's definitely notably more money than I made at Amazon. I don't know. I have the interview. Maybe I'll decide that I don't want the job. The preliminary phone interview went really, really well, though. But anyway, yeah. So these career people that do these websites I've read, these YouTube videos I've watched, have said just go ahead and apply. You see a job, you're interested in it, and you don't meet the minimum qualifications that are listed on the job listing, apply anyway. I mean, if you're on a recruiting website, you've got a resume posted there, you've got a kind of a job history there. They're on that website. They could look at your job history. And if they just don't want to respond to you because your job history doesn't have and your education history doesn't have what they're asking for, then you're out nothing. You clicked a few you clicked a few things on a web browser, and you filled out in a couple of blanks, and with a recruiting website, most everything else is done for you automatically, and yeah, move on. Don't get hired. You've lost nothing but a couple moments of your time. And I think I applied for this particular job while I was sitting just having a beer over at Newtown Saloon, waiting to hopefully talk to Michael, who walked by, and I don't know if he just didn't recognize me or anything, but I tried to talk to him and he pretty much ignored me. Now, I'm not going to slide him if he didn't recognize me, because I had my hair slicked back and pulled into a ponytail. And for someone who's not paying attention, that doesn't know me, I look much different with my hair like that than I do with my hair just combed back and out. It's a radically different look, so I could see somebody not recognizing me. I mean, hell, I look radically different, clean shaven versus the usual, stash and goatee, so whatever. It's not like this guy really knows me. And plus, he was busy. Gotta acknowledge Michael seemed pretty busy dealing with swamp cooler and trying to make sure that his smoking patio was going to be adequate for people. Now that we're getting into summer and it's getting ridiculously hot here. All right, crossing the Loop 101 freeway. It has been a long time since I've been west of the 101. I do believe this thing is still shooting video. It's very hard to see the screen. This one's even dimmer than my Obama phones. So in the car, in the daylight, I can barely even tell that the thing is on. But yeah, it seems to still be shooting video. I think I'm at 24 minutes-ish. I don't know. It's really hard to see. And I need to keep my eyes on the road on this freeway. On any freeway, but particularly this freeway. Avondale Boulevard. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There comes a point where the avenues start to have names instead of numbers. They're still numbered ones, but they're the major strokes. When you get out this far, they give them names instead of numbers. Not all of them, but most of them. anyway, I'm actually headed to Reams Road, but Reams Road doesn't go through all the way to I-10, and I wouldn't want to take it that far north from I-10 anyway. So I'm going up to Loop 303, and then I'm going to backtrack from Loop 303. It still, in some ways, kind of hurts my brain to come out here and just see that this is all city, because most of the map in my brain just tells me this is open, empty cotton fields, alfalfa fields, and desert. So, even though I know it's not, it hasn't been for a long time, like that's still what's in my head is supposed to be here. So shit, I lost my train of thought in a bad way. Oh yeah, so job experts and stuff. Say you apply anyway, what you got to lose. But some of them go on farther to say, hey, just make sure that you're honest in your resume. They can look at that, and even if they don't, when you have your initial interview, be very open about that. Let them know, hey, this is. Don't lie about your experience. Don't lie that you have experience. I mean, I could easily lie and say, oh yeah, I spent 2 years driving a reach truck, and then they're going to put me on a reach truck, and I'm not going to know what the fuck I'm doing. And destroy a warehouse. Maybe kill somebody. Yeah, not a good plan. Wow, look at that stretch Escalade. That's pretty wild. That's just so gaudy and actually kind of neat. Fairway Drive. There's one I'm not familiar with. Yeah, it's very rare that I come out this far west. Ooh, that is not a good place to be trying to change a tire. Yikes. Dysart Road I am familiar with. Fairway Drive is new. There didn't used to be an intersection here. Like, I don't know how new, but like very new. I think in my head I know where that goes, but that is not one of the grid system's roads. Dysart is. The next one after Dysart is Litchfield. I think the next one after that is Sarville. Memory serves. I used to have these all in my head, but I'm just never out this far. And even when I was a cab driver, it wasn't very often. Oh no, after Litchfield is Bullard. I just saw the sign. I'm trying to remember. It's Bullard, then Reams, then Sarville. I think that's how it goes. Then Citrus. I don't know. I used to have them all memorized, but I even as a cab driver, it's very rare that I came out this far west. And although when I was a cab driver, I preferred to be, if I was going to work on the fringes, I preferred to go south and east or way north to going west. Although I did occasionally get out to Buckeye, it happens. Anyway, so I had my initial phone interview, and I just, and when he told me where it was, I'm like, holy shit, that's far. And I'm like, well, so I asked the hours, and when I determined that I wouldn't be trying to make this commute during rush hour traffic, I'm like, well, as long as my car holds up, I'm going to be spending a lot more on gas, but that should be all right. And then, of course, if the car doesn't hold up, I'm fucked, because Google Maps estimated that this one way would be about $50 in an Uber, or sorry, not Uber, Lyft. I got a partner with Lyft. They don't tell you Uber, but I'm sure it's about the same. This is way beyond where Waymo goes. Too far to even contemplate going via scooter, and there's no public transit out here. Oh, what the fuck did I just hit in the road? Oh, it looks like some semi had their tire come apart. I had a chunk of tire. It looks like that DPS officer's trying to get that shit off the road. That is one brave officer. Still recording video? Yep, I can't see how many minutes and seconds, but I can see the screen enough to see it's still recording. So there's Bullard, or the exit for Bullard. And every time I come out here, there's just so much stuff that wasn't here the last time. Like, I'm seeing some nice luxury apartments to the north that were definitely not there the last time I made this minutes drive. Pebble Key Parkway, Estrella Parkway. You know, when I say I've been like on every road in the valley, there's a lot of roads out in this area that I haven't been on, just because when I was a cab driver, they just straight up didn't exist. Or if they did, they were just 2-lane roads across in rural areas. And maybe I drove on them like that, but I certainly didn't drive on them in the current suburbia that they are now. And of course, I mentioned other names. I was saying, you know, Reams and whatnot, Reams and Bullard and Sarville. Yeah, in this area, some of the major roads they've been renamed. So, and I know Pebble Creek Parkway and Estrella Parkway are ones that were renamed as the area got developed. But yeah, my memory's a little. I'm not pulling it off the top of my head. It said 303 in the. It said 303 in the lane, so I'm just about ready for the 303 intersection. So yeah, one of those is actually Reams, and this one I think is the one that was Sarville, but it's renamed for this part of town. I hate it when street names change for shit like that. Like, I wish they just left it what it was, you know, when it was a rural area, because at least at one point in time I knew all those streets. Oh, never mind. Sarville is still Sarville. There we go. We got an exit coming up for Sarville Road and Cotton Lane. Isn't that what I said? Sarville, and then Loop 303, and then after that, Citrus Road. So yeah, just about to the 303. This isn't a terrible drive. In fact, looks like I'm going to get to my interview super early. It's 11:01 right now, so I think in reality that means it's 11:02. Let me see if I can. The iPhone 7 will tell me the time. 11:03. It's 11:03. 11:01 on the Saturn clock. Wow, the existence of a 303 South still fucks with my head. Like, that was added since the last time I used to like have a reason to come out here. It used to be the 303 only went north. I got arrested on the Loop 303 once before it was a freeway. That's a story for another time. Yeah, I should be there pretty soon. I'm trying to enjoy just the view of this intersection. Intersections like this and the engineering surrounding them absolutely fascinate me. But I don't get here hardly ever. So, of course, this might end up being my daily commute. I'm hoping I get the job. So anyway, yeah. So I was on the phone and decided that, yeah, you know, I could maybe do this commute, and I could, this is a potentially doable commute, potentially doable schedule. Starting pay is certainly higher than most of the other ones that I applied at, I remember that. And I think it comes with good benefits and everything else, you know. I doubt they're going to be benefits as good as what Amazon had. I mean, let's just... Amazon benefits are really amazing, and I don't expect I will ever have an employer that gives me the kind of schedule flexibility I had with Amazon, and hopefully I can handle that. But anyway, when I had him on the phone, I did say, you know, hey, just so I don't, you know, so I'm not wasting your time and not wasting my time. I did remember on your on your job description that you were looking for somebody with a minimum of 2 years reach truck experience. And just so you know, I've never driven a reach truck, but I've been driving a regular stand-up electric stand-up electric forklift, 4,000 pound capacity, for Amazon for a year. He's like, okay. He goes, well, that's pretty similar. I said, yeah, no, I said, I've never, you know, I've seen them on YouTube, and anyway, I probably talked to him for about 10 minutes, maybe a little longer. And wow, look at all the new warehouses out here. So many warehouse job opportunities out here. Not like I'm planning on moving from where I live. I love where I live. Well, minus all the freaking homeless people over there. But, which reminds me, I haven't seen or heard from Natalie in a couple of days. In fact, the last time I went to her place, her little blanket fort was still there, but she was not there. Her bicycle was not there, which tells me she probably would love. She did say she was leaving with somebody to try to help her with the bicycles, so I'm hoping that's working out for her. But what was there were a couple of really nasty, dirty women. That were smoking fentanyl in her little bike apartment. So, yeah, yikes, big yikes. I told them, hey, if y'all see Natalie, they knew who Natalie was. They're like, if you see Natalie, let her know that Dan came by. And if she doesn't remember exactly who that is, Dan or Daniel, and if she doesn't remember who that is, just tell her the guy that brought her the burritos. So, anyway, I hope she's okay. But with a few random exceptions, yeah, not so fun of homeless people over there. But yeah, I'm not moving from where I live, so move out here. That's not a thing. That's not. There's zero chance of that. In fact, I just renewed like a full year lease and just paid my first month of rent on that. So, wow, I'm almost to my exit. Next exit is Bethany Home Road. I thought they had renamed Bethany Home Road to Cardinals Way out this far west, but I guess it's only near the stadium that they renamed it. God, look at all these new, I guess the video's probably not capturing it, but off to the left I see so much cast structure going up for new warehouses. Yeah, I shouldn't even worry about getting another job. They're building warehouses faster than I can hire people. But anyway, so I told him I have no experience on a retractor curtain one, and then I got to talking about like what I did and just how much turnover there is at Amazon and how I've been there like longer than any of the other forklift drivers, and that while I don't have experience with high racks, generally I don't stack any I'm not stacking anything higher than what would go into double stack pallets on a truck. And then I explained how like what UPP pallets are. We're a cross-pound dock distribution center, but then we have stuff that we receive and then we forward on as full pallets on standard wood pallets or plastic pallets that are pretending to be wood pallets, and that I was one of the very few in the warehouse that was competent enough to stack those. Anyway, we were kind of talking, and apparently I really impressed him with that, and I told him, I said, I'm definitely willing to learn if y'all are willing to train me how to use the reach truck. I don't think it'd be beyond something I can learn, and just basically a couple more buttons on the joystick, and obviously I'm going to go really, really, safety over speed. I'm going to go slow until I get comfortable on it. So anyway, I'm going to interview with him. I forget his name. I can look that up really quick on Obama phone 4. While the phone from my daughter records video. I have never taken this exit before. Glendale and Loop 303. I've driven over it on the 303. And wow, we are just in this massive warehouse district. This road is so new. Brand new warehouse on the left, brand new warehouse on the right, neither of which are open. My God, look at all those docks. Holy shit. Oh, I did tell him I have TDR experience. Maybe that's something that also got his attention. I think I told him I have TDR experience. My God, that place that's opening on the right, I could stay busy just doing TDR there. We probably need four full-time TDR people just to open and close doors with that many docks. God, these warehouses going in there are fucking huge. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll find another job. I don't need to be stressed about that. Oh, wow, he just texted me. He was texting me back and I wasn't responding to him because I was driving. Said, just confirming our 11:30 interview, sir. Just checking back, sir. I just hit him with almost there. All right, we got a 4-way stop here. I think I had the right of way, but I'm just letting him go. Glendale and Sarville. Now this is kind of neat because we're coming out of these brand new warehouses, and then now we're entering what I was describing of how these were 2-lane roads in rural areas. This is how I remember this part of town looking. This is what's in my head for this part of town. This is what like everything I've been driving across for many miles looked like horse property and rural property and It's really sad that all this is just making way for warehouses. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love warehouses, but I feel like something is being lost here that is special. But you know, the people that own the property out here are making off like a fucking bandit selling it. So I'm going to 7723 North Reams. This should be Reams. No, this is Alsup. I'm assuming that's the half-mile street. Okay. Glendale is supposed to go through to Reams. I didn't see anything indicating that the road would be closed. It looks like it is semi-permanently closed while new ginormous warehouses get built. Well, I bet the people that have the houses out here that aren't selling their property at a massive profit for warehouses just hate these warehouses going up across the street from them. Yeah, I hope he's not too put off that I wasn't responding to his text messages, but I'm, yeah, if he's accustomed to dealing with, I don't know, I'm over 50. I'm not one of those persons that's watching my incoming text messages 24/7. So, but yeah, let's see. The first message came in at 9:53 a.m. Yeah, I haven't even really looked at it on the phone before since I left my place. I mean, I had my doctor's appointment, and I had a meeting prior to that with my case manager. I can't believe this guy is driving 15 miles per hour on this road. Meeting with my case manager, and then had and then from there I've been driving. So yeah, generally don't look at text messages while I'm driving, except on rural roads where I'm going 15 miles per hour because somebody's afraid to do the speed limit. Oh great, more fucking construction. Well, I still got over 15 minutes to get there, so I'm not late yet. Good thing I gave myself some extra time. I am so close, but yet so far, because the road that I planned on taking is closed, and there was nothing on Google Maps to indicate it would be closed, which is odd. Usually Google Maps is really current and up to date with that kind of shit. Wow, that house on the left is like a total white trash shack. I don't know if y'all can see that on the video, but all kinds of mismatched ceiling tiles, just trashy looking prefab house, a whole bunch of just dilapidated cars on the property all over it. It looks like someplace I would call home, just saying. Okay, he just texted me back, said, great, I'm here. That flashy light vehicle is on the left. Doesn't look like police, the wrong color lights. React, Maricopa County Emergency Operations, Borderline Police. More warehouses off to the right. I am not happy driving this slow on any street. We're going 24 miles per hour. I believe the stop sign is going to be northern. Nothing like doing an entire mile of what should be a thoroughfare at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Yep, I'm at northern. And oh great, this asshole's turning left. I'm at northern. The street signs would indicate that I'm in unincorporated Maricopa County. As annoying as that was, you know, I'd rather guys with their CDLs be safe than safety over speed. It's a motto I can live by. So, probably going to this giant ass warehouse off to the right. I'm glad he confirmed he knows I'm on my way. So anyway, I better kind of wrap this story up. So I told him what I did, and he's just like, no, you actually, I think, would be a good fit. You know, we can train you. So at least he knows that I don't have the experience that they were hoping for, but I'm bringing some worthwhile experience. Okay, I don't see a sign on this street, but this has got to be Reams. The Cubes Logistics Center, Glendale. 7723, that puts it on the left side of the road. Big sign saying available. You know, on the bright side, it's as much as I miss all the agriculture going away, this is better use of the limited water here. Okay, there's no left turn here. Like to see a address 7723 North Reams Road, main entrance recruitment, associate entrance. Okay, this is definitely the entrance I want. Security gate, I wasn't expecting this. Oh boy. Hello? Probably back out of this while I safely can before somebody has me penned in here. Come down to the last turn and on the left at the red corner of the building. Okay, so I just need to go to the next one. So glad I'm driving. I mean, I don't even think I would have bothered taking this interview if I had to figure out other transportation, but it does frustrate me how, like, so much public transportation is centered around people working office jobs in downtowns, and all the people that work in warehouses like this are just forgotten by the people that do public transit. But people that work in warehouse jobs like this are a lot more likely to need to use public transit. All right, there's Orangewood. You know, I was thinking Orangewood would have been a thoroughfare that I could have used to get across to here. But, okay, that's an open gate. All right. Looks like I made it, and it looks like I was able to record video all the way here too. That's a plus. Is there a place to park that's shaded? Yeah, I'm asking for too much now. At least I can park right near the front. That guy taking up 2 spots with his compensator truck. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on the drive. I'm hoping this job interview works out well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous about it though. I think these phones will be safe just sitting on my car seat like that. Anyway, thanks for coming on the drive, and I appreciate the every viewer I got on this channel. Thank you.